Coming up on today's 26-minute Dakar, Coma and Dupre lead a sand masterclass through the rolling dunes. The cars get bogged down in the deep sand as the top drivers suffer. And they aren't the only ones that struggle, as dunes means long days for all. We'll bring you the story of the Polish connection in the Dakar. And in today's Dakar Passion, it's a selection of our legends' best Dakar memories. All that and more coming up in today's 26-minute Dakar, the dash to Antofagasta. Previously in the bikes. After 3 days of illness, Mark Coma stamped his authority as he caught Bereda on stage 9. His race is just beginning. I'm feeling a lot better now. I think I can fight more to the finish. Second of the KTMs is Villadoms. The man supporting Coma has his own fight for the podium. I want to fight for third place, and let's see what results we can get. Bereda lost time with a speeding penalty, but he isn't going to drop his pace one bit. I'm going to ride with a high rhythm, push the pace to see if we can break his bike. The podium is up for grabs and Coma is still vulnerable today on stage 10. Stage 9, kilometre 218, and the Samsung Sherco of Duclos broke down. A $2 valve spring broken. I have to accept victories and also days when things go wrong. We have to learn a lesson from this so it doesn't happen again next time. It's true that the podium was within reach. And Duclos is out of the Dakar. It's back into the dunes early on for the bikes as they hug the coast before the second half takes them through the Fesh to Antofagasta. The bikes were first to rise, and trouble was brewing. Jeremias Israel escaped a crash unscathed yesterday, but his race ended today whilst riding in the dust of Bereda. He crashed hard on a rock and broke his arm. Heartbreak for the big Chilean, so close to the finish. Israel was the only man who could stay with Bereda. They started together, but the Spaniard was on fire. Behind Bereda, the podium fight was suddenly between 5 men spread over 35 minutes. Fourth place overall at the start of the day, Olivier Pan was 6th last year after fast early pace. Today he matched the times of the best waypoint by waypoint to 4th at the line. For Jax, he was 9th on the day and sits 11th overall. Kuba Shigonski lost 15 minutes and a bunch of skin from his right arm on stage 9. Today was damage limitation as he stalked the top 5, finishing 6th. The third man in the fight is Helder Rodriguez. After a horrible start to the Dakar, he started the day just 30 minutes off the podium and ended the day second on the stage, 11 minutes closer to third. And this is the man he's chasing, Villadoms. His penalty for an engine change means the bike is fresh, but he's feeling the pressure. He rode the early day with Stefan Svitko and Mikkel Mech, but lost time to the chasing pack. Dupre is the last one in our 5-man scrap. Patience has paid off, and he started today with just 35 minutes between him and the podium. At the finish, that gap was down to 26. The race leader, Mark Coma, was conservative today. He didn't raise his pace to match Bereda, but he was content to duel with Dupre through the epic dunes. And this was an example of 2 different ways to tackle a dune. Dupre goes round whilst Coma struggles over. Bereda was unstoppable today, shredding the terrain, dune or dirt. 8 minutes the gap to second, 11 the gap to Coma. But the Honda rider is aware of the task he faces to catch the KTM.
It's difficult because Mark has a big lead, but anything can happen. There are still many hard kilometers to go.
Indeed there are, and after that stage it was an 8-minute win over Helder Rodriguez. Cyril Dupre in third, Olivier Pan in fourth. Mark Coma could only manage 11 minutes and 26 slower than Bereda. Overall, Coma still has his lead, but it's down to 44 minutes. Villadoms now looking fragile in third. Pan up to fourth. Rodriguez 2 hours 21 minutes back. "16 quads entered the 2 special stages of the day, and we could have a 6th different stage winner with Sergei Karyakin. The Russian rookie was 13th overall this morning and started the day in an ideal position on track. Sebastian Husseini started well this morning, fighting with Karyakin for the lead, but the Dutchman lost more than 1 hour in the second stage due to technical issues. The overall leader started the day just 1 minute in front of his close rival, La Fuente. The Chilean didn't want to take any risks in the first part of the dunes and rode with Sergio all the way. Both of them did the same navigation mistake at kilometre 25, but then found the right way. 70k from the end of the day, Casale was still in slight lead. As with yesterday, Sergio Lafuente couldn't catch the opportunity to gain some valuable time over Casale. The Uruguayan rider tried to leave him behind, but his rival only lost 1 minute with 70k to go in the stage. As the days roll on, Rafał Sonik is struggling to follow the pace of his younger rivals. Today, the Polish rider regularly lost minutes from the leader. 200k's from the end of the stage, he was already more than 22 minutes slower than Karyakin. Coming next in the cars, the sands are steep and deep for Roma as he tries to bury his Mini. Stage 9 between Calama and Iquique in Chile was promising for competitors. Wonderful scenery, enormous dunes, everything to enjoy a beautiful day. But not for many of the competitors. Day 9 turned out to be an endless day, and for most of them, unfortunately, an even longer night.
Voilà, c'est réussi. Yaya, il a eu des cartes quoi.
At 5:20 in the morning, Tim Coronel arrived in Iquique. He did almost all the stage towed by a truck just because of an oil tank plug lost somewhere at the beginning of the special. He was welcomed by his twin brother, and the Dutchman will have a short night before leaving to Antofagasta. We were with Tim since kilometre 100. We did all the stage, dunes, the downhill. It was a bit hard work, but we achieved it. It's 5:30 and we just arrived. And he wasn't the only one coming in late.
No sleep, just forcing the dunes.
And it's 5:40 and
Yes, after 2 hours we start again.
Okay.
Dakar.
Thank you. Good luck.
And it's sure that he won't be the last car home.